By following and combining these simple tips, you will have all the knowledge needed to enjoy a successful Youth Academy career mode in FC26. Let's start at the beginning in the setup menu. Just in case you were unaware, we can now actually turn off the Youth Academy in FC26. Obviously, not something we'll be doing for this video. Make sure scouting speed is set to instant. This will make overall and potential status visible in the scout report. Hiring the best coaches is massively important in Youth Academy player development. The better the positional coaching staff, the shorter time development plans take to complete. Using Galbraith as an example, instead of taking 10 weeks, his development plan will now only take 6 weeks. Use the coach wish list to search for the best coaches by position. Most of the time, the default players already in the Youth Academy at the start of a new career mode are terrible, but once in a while you might just find one with good overall and potential that's worth keeping. Personally, I wish they would just bring back the homegrown talent, which were a far more useful pre-order bonus than the coaches we've got in FC25 and now in FC26. Youth Academy scouts are star rated on judgment and experience. Judgment will find a higher quality of player, whereas experience will find a higher number of players. Ideally, you want 3 5-star scouts, but they aren't cheap, so make sure you have enough budget. You can always use the hire and fire method until a 5-star scout becomes available. EA's top 9 footballing nations are hidden in plain sight within the search players menu, and then select nationality and region. Those top 9 nations are Argentina, Brazil, England, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal and Spain. The regions in which these nations are found cost the most to scout in, which are South America, North, Central and Southern Europe. Now, if you are extremely patient, you will find quality players in other nations and regions, just not quite as often. Now we've decided where to send our scouts, it's time to give them their instructions. My advice is to keep those instructions as basic as possible at this stage. Firstly, do not specify multiple positions. Additional positions can be added later on via development plans. And use the same thought process regarding player-focused roles. Do not specify any roles at this stage. Again, these can be added later via a development plan. When building a Youth Academy squad, always leave a few days in between each scout report returning. This gives you a chance to analyse each one individually, but more importantly, gives you a perfect save and reload point. So for example, my scout reports are returning on the 14th, 17th and 20th of each month. Always save your game the day before each scout report returns. By doing this, should any scout report not include any good players, you can always reload from this point. So knowing that my first scout report returns on the 14th, I need to save my game on the 13th and then use the same process for the other 2 scout reports. Upon opening your scout report, if there are no good players included, simply exit career mode without saving and reload the save point from the day before the scout report returned. Some crybabies will say this is cheating, whereas I like to say it's manipulating the game in our favour. Honestly, if you're using a top 9 nation, we shouldn't need to reload too often before a quality player appears. In previous years, we've needed to use player value to predict overall and potential at the scout report stage. However, in FC26, as long as we've made sure scouting speed was set to instant in the setup menu, both overall and the potential status are visible from the initial scout report. But don't forget, a potential status is only visible when the player's overall is above 60. Using Noah Jennings as an example, his overall is 60 and he has potential to be special, which is 91 plus. If your Youth Academy players aren't in your immediate first team plans, leave them in the Youth Academy. Whilst still in the academy, their potential is protected, but as soon as they're promoted to the senior squad, they become subject to the effects of dynamic potential. Either whilst still in the youth academy or even into the senior squad, use development plans to increase attributes, add roles, additional positions, or improve skill moves and weak foot. This will help grow your players overall. As soon as one development plan has finished, move on to the next one. And remember, good coaching staff will reduce how long each development plan takes to complete. If you need to fill a particular position quickly, I suggest changing up scouting just a little bit. Get all 3 scouts searching for the same position and returning on the same day. As always, remember to save your game the day before all 3 reports come back. By all 3 reports returning together, we have a better chance of finding at least one decent player amongst all the players that are returned. So by combining all these simple tips, you have all you need to enjoy a successful Youth Academy career mode in FC26. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to tune in next time. But until then, it's FCG out.